I'm gonna start. Alright, Skate Talk Live. Welcome. This week we've got a pretty unique show. I think it's a treat for people that skated in the 90s. You know, and it's a kind of a history lesson for the current kids, I guess. But Patrick's not here tonight. He had a family emergency and he had to fly back to Ohio. But Boosh is back. Boosh called in sick last week. Why'd you call in sick last week? Why weren't you here?
What do you mean? I didn't call in.
He just didn't pick
So
up
why
the
didn't
phone.
you call in? His job every week is to do the news, and without him, we have no news. But if you would have called, we could have called someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you let somebody know that you weren't going to come in?
Just wanted to make your life a little bit more difficult. A little sweet revenge.
Did I have any news last week?
You had a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your website?
Oh, that's on its way right now. I'm waiting for the timing.
But I got some. You had a reason why you didn't come in.
It wasn't even. That wasn't even that. I just didn't. I woke up super late and then I hadn't talked to you in like a couple days after.
Wait, Skate Talk starts at 8 p.m.
Super late. It starts at 8.
Yeah, I woke up really late.
What is late for you, Boosh?
No, I was like up all night, and then I was just wasted, and then fell asleep and woke up at like 6. It was 6:30.
Fabian, have you met Boosh before?
I think I've ran into Bush before.
Really?
I don't know. There's a lot of Bush-looking people out there.
Well, you told me on the phone that you were mad at me or us because we didn't give you a ride to a party.
It wasn't even that. You guys swerved my shit when it was raining. I was just trying to figure something out.
Dude, I was in the cab on the way there with the Transworld guys when you hit me up. I'm sorry.
I wasn't mad at you.
Me?
Yeah, you completely swerved me.
Yeah, but it's a 10-minute walk from your house.
It was pouring rain. And I didn't have an umbrella or it would have.
It was.
You know what the situation was?
The rain.
The rain stops
The
everything.
rain is wet.
Blame it on the rain.
It was raining so fucking hard last week or whatever it was.
It's a $5 cab ride there. For all the free drinks and all the free sushi and all the free friends.
That rain will kill you.
Yeah, I know.
You know, for you guys watching, the situation was there was an Etnies shoe release party downtown LA, where Boosh lives, downtown. And whenever there's free beer, free food, that's like Boosh's bat signal.
Yeah.
So,
Did you go?
so for him,
No.
people have to
I
drive
didn't
him
go.
there. You have to go get Boosh and take him there. He can't do it himself.
Were you really angry at Bob
Oh
for...
yeah, he
It was
was.
so
He was.
full of shit. That's not what it was at all.
People come from out of
God
town
damn it.
to go to this thing. They drive from out of town in the rain. They fly into other places to go to this. And you can't walk there 10 minutes from your house.
A 10-minute
Yeah.
walk, Boosh. All you need is an umbrella, dude. I've walked 50 minutes. I've walked 50 minutes in the rain in New York City, pouring rain, 30 degrees weather, to go to a party, and it was fun. And it was fun.
I didn't know where it was either, so that was the thing.
You knew where it was. I texted you the address. I told.
Yeah, what was it? It was a street that I didn't know.
I,
It wasn't a number street.
Freaking Bush.
Yeah, I just
all right, Boosh. You missed out on your free beanie and your free chopsticks and free sushi and free alcohol and free sake.
But the second reason why he wasn't here is because Lizard was here.
No, I didn't know
Yeah.
Lizard was gonna be here before I didn't come. But that's the reason I was glad I wasn't here.
I wish I
Because-
wasn't here for that one either, dude. Dude, the dude, he passed. After the show was over,
Yeah.
he blacked on the floor, as everyone saw on Skate Talk Live last week. At the last 5 minutes of just him passing out with a penis tattoo. I go pick up my computer, come back. I'm setting it up upstairs, and I just hear boom, footsteps, door open. I'm like, oh, dude, what is he doing? As I'm walking down the stairs, I hear this gushing waterfall. I'm like, oh no, I already know what I'm walking to. I open the door, go outside to the laundry room to the left, open the door, and it's just Lizard just straight pissing in the laundry room. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's your house guest.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? And he just looks at me like, deep this.
Wow,
Gives me the
there's
nod.
a tongue, look. Your shoelace right there hanging like, strapped.
Yeah. He looks at me, walks out of the laundry room, fucking takes off all his clothes in my hallway, throws them on the ground, opens his door. I'm like, what are you doing? Walks back in, goes back on the floor, and he's naked on my floor. Wow. Taking his clothes in.
Well, a lot of people thought that he made it the Lizard show. He was loud. It got to the point where I was asking the guests questions, and he was like taking it upon himself like I was asking him. But that's fine. That's okay.
That's Lizard. That's the Lizard show. That's what you get.
He's the Lizard King.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, where's that magazine?
We can do that in the news.
Okay, we'll do that on the news.
I think we should bring in our guest tonight, Fabian Alomar. You want to come up to the couch? Thank you.
Everybody down.
So yeah, well, as I was saying earlier, if you're a true supporter in the '90s, you grew up, you would know Fabian Alomar's name from what you started. You're a Z-boy, 60-40 minutes.
Yeah. Started off with Z,
Yeah.
with George Wilson coming to pick me up every day,
Yeah.
and
What year was that?
that was like in 90. That was
1990.
like the end of 89, 90, yeah.
And he approached you. What? You were skating
Like
to school?
91, maybe 90, 91, around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skating, and he was like, he put you on Z-roller trucks, and so you had to skate the Z-roller trucks around. Did that get embarrassing after a while?
Well, at first, yeah, I was like the only one, you know?
Yeah.
I was like the only one, because I was like, what happened, if you really want to get technical,
Yeah.
I missed a little thing at Los Feliz. The Band This, remember Band This, where Gabriel and Rudy, Guy, and Paulo are all skating?
The Powell video, yeah.
The Powell video.
The best part of the video.
The Los Feliz section.
Yeah.
I missed that. I'm pretty sure if I would have went there, I would have got Flow, like co-sponsored by Powell.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I probably would have,
Yeah.
you know. I'm not trying to be like big head or nothing, but yeah, cause everybody got hooked up, like Joey Suriel, Billy Valdez, and who else? Another guy named Ruben Prieto.
Yeah.
But he's not skating. He didn't last too long, but everybody got flowed from them, and me and Joey were in like a little heated conflict at the time.
Yeah.
So, cause he had made out with my girl. This is a long time ago. He made out with my girlfriend Lisa, who is my baby's mom, you know, who ended up being my baby mom, Lisa. But
Yeah.
he made out with her, and then I was like, man, I was pissed off. So I started going back into my tagging. I used to write on the walls and stuff and tag.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So you're skating with those guys way back then.
Yeah,
That was your crew?
yeah. That was like the old crew right there, you know.
I remember watching that video, Band This, and it was like all like the PAL dudes, like whatever. But that one section was the best part because it was all, you know, it was like street skating, like the dudes from LA. Like you
Right.
didn't really see like
Right.
raw kids, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Like kids that weren't like blonde and fucking.
Blonde hair, blue eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
And those are the guys that inspired me too, like, you know, like Jesse Martinez, all the Band This guys, you know,
Yeah.
like all them, and dudes like the Gons,
Yeah.
you know, those are the ones that I like. Man, they're Hispanic and they're skating, you know,
Yeah.
like Jimmy Acosta, Butch Sturbings, and all those dudes, you know. So I was stoked to be on Z. I was happy, you know.
Yeah.
I just did my own thing. I went to Venice. And George Wilson, he snatched me up and hooked me up with everything. And it all started from him.
All started.
Yeah, that's how it all got started. I could grind on anything with those trucks. I could seriously, I could go on anything and grind on them. Like I was grinding on places where like.
Dude, I remember at the ponds. Remember at the ponds in Santa Monica, like where everyone would meet up. I remember like I think Guy for like an hour, we just riding forward, like riding anything you possibly could and just having an amazing time.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Zero?
I don't know. You know what?
It wasn't cool enough.
It has its little followers like Z's. You know, everyone like old school like the Z board. They like the plastic on the bottom boards, that real slick thing they had, and then the trucks, because they're like, that's like an old school company, you know. So everybody likes to do slappies and, you know, grind on like anything choppy. You could do whatever, you know.
I wish I had a set of zeros in my cruiser right now.
Well, how long did the Z rollers last before you moved on?
Probably like 2 years.
Oh, really?
I'd say like 2 years. I went on like the little California thing with them on all the whole tour.
Yeah.
Like San Diego to like Frisco. We stopped at Palo Peralta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean at the skate zone in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the whole thing.
And that's where it all began, because, what was it, Jim Thiebaud actually picked you up from there, didn't he?
From Spitfire, Jim Thiebaud.
Yeah.
He got me on Spitfire at Los Feliz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, what was it, Thunder? Did you?
Thunder. That was a package deal.
Yeah.
Thunder and Spitfire.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a dream right
And right there, I was like, damn, Jim Thiebaud. You know, I knew it was like sick. You know.
He's watching probably right now. He's a big fan of the show.
Yeah, he does watch it.
Does he? Oh, what's up, Jim? Thank you.
One of the nicest guys ever, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So you had so then you had
Oh wait, I just seen yesterday at the girl
open house.
the girl open house.
Yeah.
I saw Mickey Reyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now he's in charge of the Spitfire.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's Mickey Reyes. And he gave me his number. I got it on my cell phone. Mickey Reyes. Like, damn, you know, I never even really talked to him before. He's another one that I used to be like, damn, Mickey Reyes, that dude's bad as fuck, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
He was a cop once.
Fuck yeah, that's the only cop that I like right now. That's the only cop.
So then you had, so you got Spitfire, Thunder, and when did the board actually come into play? Like a board sponsor?
Well, the Z was first.
Yeah.
First was Z, then I was skating around, and then Spitfire, Thunder happened. Then after that, there was a big transition, like, you know, Mark Gonzalez wanted to come back and start skating.
Yeah.
And he was doing a company with Ron Chapman, and I was already skating for Extra Large.
Yeah.
So, like me, Joey, Billy, and like, we used to hang out real tough, you know. We used to hang out a lot, and Paulo too. But Paulo was already straight on. He had his own thing going.
Yeah.
But we all used to hang out at Extra Large and Lockwood, and so, in those days, I guess it was like he wanted to start a company, and I was like honored to skate for him, you know.
Gonzalez.
I was like, man,
Yeah.
skate for Mark.
Yeah.
You know, I know what he did with Blind, and then he wanted to do it again with ATM Click.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, hell yeah.
So then so you guys all got on 6040 at once?
Yeah.
You and
Billy. No, actually, Billy, no. Billy was on Real. But me and Joey did.
Yeah.
And then Steven, and then eventually we got Lee. Steven Callis, and then Lee Smith.
Lee Smith?
Yeah.
And then that was actually a few years, wasn't it?
Yeah. But then, like, some things happened, and then it turned into 60-40. Like,
Yeah.
I went on a trip, came back, we're 60-40. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. You know, it's like something happened in there. Mark said, hey, now we're 60-40, you guys, so no more ATM Click? All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know?
How was it working with Mark?
It was good. It was good. It was like, you know, Mark is Mark, you know?
Yeah.
And it's an honor just to be like in this little circle, you know? Like he made a board for me, you know? That was my first pro model was
He
from
turned
Mark.
you pro?
Yeah, that was my first pro model.
That's pretty rad. Mark Gonzalez turned you pro?
Yeah. It was a fucking like a Japanese dragon and shit. It was bad. It was crazy. Yeah. Never forget that shit.
How rad were those days, by the way, the fucking extra large days? Go skate Los Feliz.
Right? It was crazy. Yeah.
Whatever, and then end up at extra large, get a pair of Adidas.
Pair of Adidas while your best friend's rolling a blunt and just,
dude, yeah.
you know, it's crazy. Like those days, those are like the beginning of how all this shit molded, you know? Like it all got started.
Those were some fucking fun times.
Yeah. And then Paul Takahashi, he was there, he worked there too.
Yeah.
And he used to like, you know, everybody there, like Kevin
I guess in a
Hartel.
way, extra large was the blueprint for Fairfax.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that was like the big, yeah, that's how it all started. Because it was like a little hipster store back then, but it was in another era, like the beginning, you know, it was like way long ago. Everyone used to go by there and hang out, and that was like central to go, let's meet at extra large, and from there, we'll go somewhere, and that was like the place to be, you know?
Yeah, that's fun times. Man.
Yeah, it was.
How did Menace come about?
Menace came about, if I'm correct, Menace came about when we were approached by, we started hanging out with Kareem.
Yeah.
You know, me and Joey ended up stuck in New York for a long time.
You enjoy Surreal?
Joey Surreal, yeah. It was me, Joey Surreal, Chico Brenes, Steven Callis, and another one of our best friends named Rick Rivera. He's from New York, so you gotta call him Riak, you know? And he's cool as fuck. And that's when, like, out there was, like, Javier Nunez and all that. That's, you know, everyone was out there.
Yeah.
But he was just a little moco back then.
How old were you? How old are you when this was going down? The beginning of Menace.
The beginning of Menace, I think I was, like, 21.
Yeah?
I was 21, yeah. Because my son wasn't even born yet. My son, yeah, I remember I had my son, and, like, the company had just started, you know?
So you're stuck out in New York.
Yeah, we're stuck in New York, and we're living in Brooklyn on 59th Street in Bay Ridge, in Steven's house, and we're like, damn, what, you know, we're getting these checks from 60/40,
Yeah.
and we're like, damn, you know, things were kind of like spiraling out of control a little bit, you know. So we started hanging out with Kareem, and I don't know, it seemed like a better opportunity for us, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the way it is in skating, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you got your friends and everything, but it's also business too, you know?
You gotta
and then
go.
you stay loyal to your friends and everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, you want to make some money in this. And that's how it happened. I mean, you know, we felt like there was like a little, you know, we just felt like we deserved a little more, you know?
Yeah.
So we took the chance, and it happened, you know? It came out pretty good.
How did Mark react when you guys called? Because pretty much like a good chunk of the team quit, right?
Well, yeah, but I think Mark, like, I think for the most part, he knew. He kind of like knew this was gonna happen, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, all of us decided to, you know, to break off, and he had like other guys too that he was working with already.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It just seemed like he kind of felt it coming, because this just didn't happen overnight. This was like a snowball effect, you know?
Mhm.
So it kind of, you know, but we're still good with each other, and we're still
Yeah.
like, you know, good friends and everything, I hope. But no, I'm pretty sure, you know, but like, but no, we're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the last time you talked to Mark?
Mark, man, I haven't spoke to him in so long. Man, I don't even
Some
remember.
years?
Years about.
Yeah.
I've been in prison for a long time, but now it's like I haven't spoke to him. Even years when I was skating, I hadn't seen him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, you know, he's Mark. Like, where's Mark, you know? Where he's probably skating in midnight somewhere.
Plus at the time, going with Kareem, like World and Blind and all those companies, those are like
That's probably Mark right now. Hold on. No, I'm joking.
those are the companies to be at the time.
Yeah.
So you guys are probably pretty stoked, like
Yeah.
to be part of that whole, you know,
Well,
like
yeah.
the whole world deal.
Like, he's a legend, you know? So, well, look, with Mark, we were like stoked to be on that shit. We were pumped up. Everyone was psyched, you know?
Yeah.
And then like when we went with Kareem, it was just like a whole nother, like, man. Well, the opportunity came from when all the guys, the original guys on World started Girl.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that was our opening, you know. That
Yeah.
was how we got in there. So if they hadn't left, it's like everything was meant to happen for a reason, you know.
Right.
Because I don't think we would have made it if they hadn't done that transition, you know.
But it was crazy. I remember like back then, like before 20 Shot Sequence came out, like everybody knew like who you guys were, like kind of spread out. But once like that 20 Shot, like the Menace part came out, then that's like when you guys were best known, like as a group. And
Yeah.
I think like people love, that's like people's favorite part in that video to this day, the Menace section.
Fuck yeah. seeing Matt Naylor get beat up.
Yeah, that's a question I had for you.
I just seen him in the club the other night.
Who was the guy you guys were fucking up at the beginning of that Menace part?
Matt fucking Naylor. Matt Naylor.
Who was he and why was he hanging out?
He's the one that Billy socks in the arm and does a little dance and shit.
Yeah, why was he hanging out with you guys?
He used to he used to just hang out with us all the time. He was a good friend of ours.
He's a good friend?
Yeah, he's a good friend.
Were you guys really?
He's not like what we would, we don't take advantage of him, but
Right.
he was just like, there's always one in the crowd.
Right.
There's always one like fucking little punching bag type guy.
Yeah.
And like he would be like the one who if you let yourself, that's how it is in our crowd, if you gotta man up.
Right.
Fucking if you want to be that person, then you're gonna always get bagged on and tuck your tail between your legs and walk away. Fuck.
Yeah.
But he
was the Chris Barana of the crew.
He was. Hey, yeah, he was cool though. But all in all, I got love for him. He's cool as fuck. But we did that. It was all out of love, man. We love you.
Were you guys really beating him up at the beginning of that part?
That was us playing.
That was just playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was watching the commentary today with Clyde Singleton doing it.
Yeah.
He was saying that you guys broke his rib or his collarbone right then. Or?
Funny shit about that is this. Like, okay, I think I grabbed him.
Yeah.
And then I lifted him up and body slammed him, but I ended up falling on my back against the floor.
Yeah.
And I had him like this. So I'm the one that hit the ground and he broke his rib. How the fuck is that? I hit the ground and he breaks the rib. I don't know.
I actually have a question. I heard this story. You're interviewing Big Brother, your portrait, like your whole family's bunch of
Yeah.
gangsters. And I heard one side was your crew and the other side was the enemy of your crew. Is that true?
Nah, that's bullshit.
Oh,
That's bullshit. You know what it is? It's one side of it was family, right? I had uncles. I had two uncles, my brother, and other ones were like I grew up with I known this kid since he was small. He's like a cousin to me, And then there was just like homies right there. But they I get along with all of them and I love all of them. Like they're all cool, but they don't get along. They themselves, they play that little like gang shit, So
technically it was kind of like the Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, but I try to get them involved and like be a part of my shit, because I know that they probably, some of them ain't gonna be around no more, because back then it was doing it real active,
I thought it was
doing
sick, dude.
So and at the time Cossack took that photo, and a fight broke out. And Cossack was like, dude, what the fuck, bro? And I was like, calm down, man, just relax,
About Matt Naylor.
It's all family.
He was the Matt Naylor of skateboarding, dude.
Yeah.
Dude gets bullied so hard, dude.
Yeah, the fucking that photo though, it was cool. I mean, that photo shoot was all right. I had my son and my godson, and
that's like one of the most memorable like photos I've seen in skateboarding.
Yeah.
I just remember starting like telling me what was going on and
awesome. Some shit broke out, but it wasn't that serious,
Yeah.
It wasn't that serious to where like they were gonna start like acting on like pulling out a gun or anything, because it was all like everyone pretty much knows who everyone is, and there were enemies in there. There was like 3 different neighborhoods right there, so.
Wow.
That's something else I wanted to talk about. You didn't have the easiest upbringing. Like the neighborhood you grew up in, it wasn't heard of someone start skating really.
Yeah.
How did you even pick up a board? Like what got you into skating?
Tell you the truth, I used to roll around on a BMX.
Yeah.
And just cruise around and like do little bunny hops and endos and shit, Yeah. And then I seen these 2 Oriental kids down the street popping little ollies. And two fucking chinos. Yeah. They were like chinos, and they would go, hey, let's go see them, what the chinos over there are doing. They got a little ramp like this big, And they were fucking doing some crazy shit on it. And now I know what they were doing. They were doing like rock and roll to fakie, axle, going up, pivots and shit. And I was like, damn, we could go on there on our bikes. And then one day we just, like after it was like the first day or the second day, my best friend Juan Haro, we said, hey, let's try the skateboard. So he tried it first, and he tried getting on it, and then I did it after, and I was like, man, it feels pretty cool,
So you're saying that Asians got you into skateboarding?
Fucking Asians, man, they did it. Woohoo!
Asians.
Asian persuasion. That's what it was. The Asian persuasion. I love Asians. I like Chinese food too.
But for the people that don't know, what neighborhood did you grow up in?
I grew up in Echo Park.
In Echo Park?
Yeah.
Always
Like Echo Park, Rampart District, all around there. Right over here too, right down the street.
right down the street, yeah. Your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you could tell from that Big Brother interview, you were born pretty much into like a gang-oriented family.
Yeah.
When you first started skating, like, were your like brothers or cousins like?
Oh, I used to
Like,
get shit
give
from
you
everybody.
shit.
Yeah, I used to get shit from like my uncles used to play with me and be like, oh, fucking surfer, and, you know,
Yeah.
you know, surfer. Where do you see a surfboard? I'm not going to the beach, man. I'm fucking skating, you know. Oh, you're a fucking surfer, dude. Fuck that shit, man. You know. And then they said, oh, you still do this, the rollerblading, the roller skating, and I'm like, it's skateboarding, you know.
Yeah.
I really had to fucking like my mom. I don't think anybody in my family, because everyone was so like, they don't know about that shit, you know. They don't know about it. That they knew what I was doing. Like when I would tell them, Mom, I got an ad in a magazine. Look, or I got like, you know, she would be like, oh yeah, that's good, mijo. Keep surfing, you know. Stay surfing. And like she didn't know, you know. That's good. You know, I was just like, fuck, Mom, I don't surf. Damn, you know. Like and then, like while I was on 60/40,
Yeah.
I sent like my dad. I told him, hey, do a drawing, man. Like do some drawings.
Yeah.
And he sent me a drawing, and I put it on a skateboard and got it fucking put on a 60/40 board, a graphic. Yeah. And it was like this prison shit, because he was busted in prison at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And but yeah, my family were like pretty much clueless to it. I mean,
Right. But what would they
Like-
say when they see like these boxes of clothes and boards showing?
oh, they would
shoes
say
coming out?
oh, you're still doing that shit, huh? Oh, yeah, that's good. You know, keep it up,
Yeah.
that's good. You know, they would just like encourage me, but
Not
they didn't
impressed.
really. Yeah, like they're like, yeah, fuck, you know, he's probably not getting paid. Let him get the boxes, you know. They didn't really fucking understand. I'm telling you the truth. They
Yeah.
didn't. They really didn't. But
Even when you're being flown to
Yeah.
other countries
Oh.
for free and
good thing you mentioned that shit, because look, I used to tell my mom, I used to tell my dad, and my sisters. I got 5 sisters: Hazel, Nicole, Veronica, Selena, and what's the next one?
Which one likes the chinos?
Which one likes the chinos? You're late, dude. They're all married. They're all hooked up. Fuck. But hey, I used to go out of town
Yeah.
and travel, and I used to take off for like a month at a time. You know, months,
Yeah.
maybe a month and a half, and I'd come back with a passport stamped full of like all the Munster, Amsterdam, all over.
Yeah.
Europe. Fucking, I'm like, man, I went to Paris.
You're going places that
And
no one in your
yeah, and they're
family's
like,
ever gone.
Ah, fucker, you didn't go nowhere. You know, you probably just, you're bullshitting. Where's the pictures? I didn't take no pictures, but I went there. So like, they would be bullshitting with me, you know? Like, man,
I do remember when Big Brother videos were the shit. You taking a bonger from like the ground. It was.
oh, the Bong Olympics?
No, it was like there was like.
Hey, you want it both?
Oh no, not no
It
more,
was
not
like
no
they
more.
were burning weed on the lawn or something. They were just taking a huge hit from it. It was in a
Oh,
Big Brother video. What was
What?
going on right there?
fuck, you got me.
Oh.
Damn, you got me. That's how good it was. Look, I don't even fucking remember. Yeah, that's how good that shit was.
It's like a blunt.
Fucking fried a few in there.
So wait, so growing up in the neighborhood that you grew up in, and then you being in prison for the past 7 years, how much of a trip is it going back to that neighborhood right now? Because it's changed completely.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, would you ever thought it would have been like that right now? Hipsters, emos,
Nah, it's
fucking-
kind of it's a trip now. It's all like different, you know. I think everything's changed up. Like, while it's kind of a good thing, you know, they're kind of
Yeah.
cleaning it up, because it was kind of dangerous to fucking walk around.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
And now, I mean, everyone's taking walks. They're taking their
yeah,
dogs on walks.
yeah, it's actually a lot safer, and I'm glad it's that way, you know.
Does your family still live there right now?
Some do, and a lot of us have moved out and like got tired of that shit and just moved out different separate ways. Like, I'm staying in the valley right now, you know.
Yeah.
So
But the people your family that still lives there, what do they think about the change in the neighborhood? there?
they like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like it.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, you know, you gotta grow up sometime, man. You gotta fucking get over this shit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's more to life than just fucking fighting your own people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And picking on other people and shit like
better
that.
not look over your shoulders than to look over
Yeah,
your shoulders.
yeah.
That's awesome.
It is.
Well, while you're skateboarding, like, what would you say? Well, the business was going on for a while.
Yeah.
You were on there for what, about 4 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
about that.
About 4 years, and during that time, like, did the partying start to take over at all? Like, did the free time start to?
Yeah, you know what? That's how it all got spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
Like I think we didn't have that like we skated our ass off, right? Don't get me
Right.
wrong. We did our thing in skating, but like they liked us. I think people really liked us for not the tricks that we did.
Right.
And I was just talking to Joey about this, Joey Surreal, the other day, and he made a lot of sense. Like, I think it's because of who we were and where we came from.
Oh yeah.
You know?
White kids out in the Midwest
Yeah.
see you guys, and they want to be like
Yeah.
gangsters. They want to be from your neighborhood.
Yeah.
They want to be from LA. You know.
Yeah, I think it was more
So-
of that, you know,
Yeah.
than the fact that we were doing like, cause we were. I mean, we didn't start no fucking. No Mark Gonzalez new dark slide tricks or something. We didn't start nothing, you know. We didn't make up shit, but it's just the fact that they seen us doing it and they liked
Right.
the way we did it. It was like I guess the image you could say
Your
we put
image,
out,
yeah.
you know, and that's pretty much what got us kicked, you know, kicked off everything, you know. And then but the drinking and the getting high, I
Yeah.
think a lot of that was like, man, we did it too much, man.
Well, yeah.
We did it way too much. I'd be like, I remember going to demos and not even landing shit. Like the kids were like still, yeah. Well, I didn't land shit though, you know. I was like, fuck.
How about we were talking about this earlier. How about a Julio de la Cruz store? You have a good one?
A Julio de la Cruz
Yeah.
store.
Good one, dude.
Oh man, Julio's got like fucking. We went to Mexico, and we almost get fucking like. Well, it's a stamina like tour with me, Stevie Williams, Lee Smith, Enrique Lorenzo, and let me see who else. There was a few others, man. I can't even remember right. Oh, Chico Brenes was there, and there was a few more. Right?
How about the Fernandez brothers?
No, they hadn't, not yet. But it was just, huh?
That was kind of before that.
Yeah, that was before. This is before the neighborhood guys came on the invasion of the Spaniards. Yeah, the conquistadoras. Yeah, they came and tore some shit up. But yeah, we were out there and Julio's like, hey Fabian, come over here. You know, he's fucking, you know how he talks, you know, little George Lopez dude. He's all fucking crazy. So he's like, we're skating at night and we're skating this gap and I'm trying to kickflip off this, it's a bank. It's a real bank, Banco de Norte or some shit. And then over the sidewalk into the street, I'm trying to kickflip, but I gotta veer and curve into it and it's like almost like doing it weird angle. Here comes the Federales, right? The fucking, you know, fucking, yeah, they got M16s and shit like that, right? In the back of the car, in the back of the truck, and they're regular dudes. And they accuse us of plotting to rob the bank.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? We're skating.
Yeah.
Just because it's at night and they want some money. They see the gold chains and they see the little
Flashy and everything.
wannabe bling bling we got, and then fucking they just try to jack us, so we had to pay. Oh, Seal Trent, you know who Seal Trent is?
Yeah.
He was there. He was scared as fuck. He was like, damn.
What's going on right
Yeah. He's like, boy, this ain't Pasadena. He was scared, and we were all scared. They wanted money. They were trying to accuse. And if not, they were gonna.
Stories about the federal.
They were gonna confiscate our cameras, and fucking and take us to jail. You know, so we had to pay him up. It was crazy. And Julio was like, he was over there, you could just hear him talking like, hey, ¿por qué no me lo ver? You know, like fucking, you know how he talks? And that's all he heard, but, no, it's good. You know, fucking, he just went off, and you know, that's how he talks, you know? So it was crazy. Yeah.
But I want to get back to the skateboarding. Like, at what point did
Hey,
like?
can you pass me that, please? Thirsty. Thank you.
Like, at what point did like, did it stop? Were you
Hope
like,
my PO don't see this shit.
like, were you like, I'm not gonna take any more photos. I don't want to film anymore. I'm not skating anymore. I could care less. Like,
Oh no, I didn't ever say that. I never did. What happened is that
Yeah.
I got the axe. I got fucking.
Yeah.
My life started fucking virulating out of control. It started spiraling out like, and
Yeah.
I took a nasty turn, you know.
Yeah.
When I was on Menace, we were trying to do like this video, the street cinema, right? We had done the 20-shot sequence,
Right.
and then we did the trilogy, which was the
Well, trilogy was
introduction.
video coming soon.
Right, video coming soon.
But
yeah.
that never came out.
Right. That never came out because it had to do with a lot of little things, you know. Like I don't think all of us. Well, some of us did have like a full part
Right.
single, but not all of us were like really happy with our shit, you know.
Right.
So we wanted, you know, everyone is not. I'm my own worst critic, you know. So I'll be like, man, I'm not ready. I want bigger and better stuff.
Right.
So we kept waiting, and some of us just didn't have enough. Period. And by the time it finally came out, I was already like taking a nasty turn because I started. I don't know. Personal problems led to me using drugs and, you know, the drinking, the clubbing every night. That's all we did. We would be like, you know how everyone right now is like the cool skater clubbing. Everyone goes to clubs. They're like, oh, it's fucking
Right.
skater night. I heard, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. Well, we were out there going to clubs and doing this shit like a while back.
Yeah.
Before it became really hot and MTV shit, you know.
Right.
Fucking we were out there in like Hollywood and doing it fucking. We would go. I mean, a lot of the guys from Girl, we'd hang out with them all the time. The Girl and Chocolate dudes and us, we were real tight, and we kicked it every night. We either went into like, you know, Keenan's Guy's house. Keenan, rest in peace, Guy. We would stay there. We'd be at Billy's. We'd be all like different places, and you know, it just got out of hand, man. For me, it did. It got out of hand because I started, you know, dabbling in other things,
Right.
and then skating became less of a thing to do, you know. And then I got hurt
Yeah.
trying to skate under those circumstances. You're all clouded,
Oh yeah.
and then I got hurt, and then that's when Kareem was like, "Hey, we're trying to put this video out." He already set an example with Billy Valdez, you know.
And did he kick him off?
Well,
Or-
yeah, you could say he kind of let Billy go, you know.
Yeah.
But that was our example, pretty much. Like, and we took. I was kind of bummed that he was off, but everyone should have learned by that. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Everyone should have learned, but I didn't really see it, and I thought, man, fucking Fabian Alomar, he ain't gonna kick me out.
Yeah.
And he did, you know. That motherfucker did. But you know, it was me too. I didn't produce, you know. I didn't, and that's what it is in skating. You got to give and take, you know. So.
Do you remember the call? Do you remember?
It wasn't. It was like. It was actually like. It wasn't really a call. It was like a gradual thing. Your check just starts getting lower and lower.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna cut you this time. We're taking away because you don't seem to be coming through. So.
Yeah.
Fucking here you go. That's how much you're getting. And then time will go by and I'm still bullshitting and here goes another leg. Now I'm fucking a foot and a knee is gone. Pretty soon my other fucking knee is gone. So yeah, that's how it was.
Oof.
Fucking I got pretty before you know it I was off, you know.
So just one day, there's
Yeah.
no more checks coming.
Well, it started gradually stopping.
You
and
saw
then,
it coming.
Yeah, I seen it
Yeah.
coming. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, might as well, you know. Might as well just go full fledged and just start fucking
Yeah.
go all out, like bang bang, you know, fuck it.
That's what I'm asking. Like, so when it all, you know, the checks stopped coming, were you just like, well, fuck, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna get out of control then?
Yeah, that's when I didn't care no more. I didn't
Yeah.
even care. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I instead of moving forward in life at that age,
Right.
I moved backwards,
What-
doing shit that I never did when I was younger, and that I started doing again, you know.
What kind of shit were you doing that? What are some of the things you were doing that you
That-
shouldn't have been doing? That ultimately got you in
Drugs,
big trouble.
drugs, stealing,
Yeah.
carjacking, robberies. I never held up a store,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Fuck, just wow, just acting like that dog, barking at fools passing by, barking at anything passing by, just acting like, you know, really.
Yeah.
So I mean, just my life just it got out of hand.
Yeah. Was it what was the incident that because you say you went to prison for some time.
Oh yeah, it was a carjack robbery, kidnap that happened. A little incident, like, you know, something happened in my family
Right.
with the sister, you know. Some dude thought that he could have his way with her,
Right.
and I know the dude real good. We all know him, you know. He's like a dope dealer. He's like this little, you know, Hispanic, non-English speaking resident here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we once my sister told me what happened to her, and she called me, and they couldn't, and she had already showered, because you can't do a rape kit when you take a shower, you know. So I knew that this dude was gonna skate on it and just get a little, you know. And he slipped something in her drink, knocked her out, woke up, bam, fuck. So who does she call? Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Check.
yeah.
So that was, what year was that?
2001.
2001.
Yeah.
And you just recently got out.
Yeah. That happened 2001. Yeah, and I got out like a month ago.
Jesus. I mean, was that your first time? That was your first time locked up?
Not my first time locked up,
But
doing in prison time.
Yeah.
Prison, yeah. Jail, county jail, I was like, I have my name on the wall a few places right there.
Yeah.
You know. You've probably seen it.
How do people see you skateboarding in there?
Oh man.
Do they even care?
They kinda like, yeah, they kinda trip on that, you know what I mean? They kinda like, really? You skateboard? Like, you know, nobody believes shit in there. Nobody believes nothing, you know what I mean? You're a liar if you say some shit like that. Especially someone like me.
Right.
They see me like, yeah, I skateboard, and I've always looked like kind of this way. Like, nah, you don't, fool, come on, stop bullshitting. Why I gotta lie about that, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody's telling stories about, yeah, I fucking was moving like 50 kilos here, and Pablo Escobar called me the other day and shit, you know what I mean? Like, cartel shit or big things, you know? I'm lying. Why am I gonna lie about being a pro skater? That's bullshit, you know? But yeah, I got called out on that a few times, like a liar, and I didn't like it, so got into a couple fights over that shit in the county jail too. Yeah. A lot of things have happened.
Fuck, man. It's 7 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you in the same place for?
No, a different place. I went to different prison. I went to only 2 different prisons. Salinas Valley. There's a level 4 right there, and Salinas Valley. Level 4 is like there's level 1, and there's level 2, 3, and 4. 4 meaning that's the maximum security, you know, and there's certain yards that you have to be on that are good and not good, like, because if you got like any kind of sexual shit on your rap sheet, if you're like a predator, a dateliner, or a fucking chomo, little child molester, you like to Michael Jackson fondle and shit, then you might get booked and beat up and, you know, stabbed. It's possible.
Yeah.
So, and then they got the like lower levels too, but I was in like the 4, and it's called like a 180. It's a 180 design, where there's 270 and then there's 180. That's like right when you get out of from the hole, from doing a shoe or something, they'll kick you out, and that's where all the fuck ups go until they mellow out, and then they go lower and lower and lower. That's like the highest right there is like a 180. Or you could do a shoe. The shoe meaning the highest, but you're in the hole.
What's the is that?
A shoe is security housing unit. It's just a place where they place you when you fuck up in prison and you're doing too much, or you know, you get in trouble. They'll put you there, and then it's called a shoe. And then from there, it's you do your time right there, whatever time they sentence you, because it's like a whole new crime. I guess a whole new charge you're being put on you, and it lowers. And then when you get out of there, your general population would be a 180 design level 4, which I walked into straight from the county. I went into one of those, and then from there went down to a 270, and then they sent me to a prison that was no good called CMC, and that was like fucking Chester heaven right there, you know? It's like a paradise for fucking all the rapists and shit, because that's all there is there. So they sent me there, and I knew what I had to do there. So I handled my business right there. Like in the first 20 minutes, I found me a motherfucker and I got him.
Oh,
and then,
man, it's true. You get in, you want to beat somebody up so everyone doesn't think.
Yeah, but you don't want to let the cops know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, you want to just do it on your own and find one and just get him and fuck him up. And then, you know, you don't want to actually, you know, because you could easily, some people go in there and say, hey man, I can't be here, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like snitching on yourself.
Yeah.
And now you fucking became a snitch. And who'd you snitch on? Yourself. So you might as well just go in there and just handle your business and get up out of there, you know? And then go to the hole, and then from there, and then in the hole you get in trouble. So I ended up I was supposed to be in the hole for like 4 or 5 months. Ended up being 15 months, 14 months.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Wow. That's. Jeez. So how was the food there?
Fuck yeah, great. It's fucking Denny's.
That shit was the
No, but
SOS Fridays.
Can I interrupt for a second? You and he just told you he was in the hole for 15
know,
months,
but
and your
I
next
know.
question is, how was the food there?
that's just because it was just too overwhelming. But let me ask you this though. I know the food probably sucked there.
You think?
Yeah. So, the day you got out of jail, you're out and about.
Fuck yeah.
What's the first place you went to go eat?
Tacos.
tacos.
At the taco truck right across the street from the Greyhound
yeah.
station. Some good ass carne asada tacos right there. I got like
Downtown
5 of
Greyhound
them. Yeah.
Dude,
Right there on Alameda.
That must have just been fucking amazing.
That was badass.
Was skateboarding even on your mind when you were inside?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The whole time?
Yeah.
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 Did do you have anyone send you like magazines or anything, like skateboarding
You know
magazines?
what?
Or you just
Yeah, well, towards the end, like the last 3 years, I started running into a bunch of people. Like I've always said, like with certain people, because you don't want to tell everybody what you do, you know?
Right.
You don't tell them. I mean, and then a lot of them get to like, hey, fucking surfer, you know? They're just like my family. Hey, fucking, they mix skateboarding and surfing. It's like you don't want to tell everyone everything.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be called, oh, fucking white boy surfer, you know? So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I would tell a few of my good friends, like, yeah, what I did. And they were like, is that right? That's cool. They were like, oh, that's good, man. So I would bump into some white boys, like the woods. There were whites in there. You know, everything's segregated.
The Peckerwoods.
The fucking Peckerwoods, you know? Peck. And then anyway, they would hook me up with magazines. A lot of them were Getting Trans Worlds and fucking Skateboarder or Thrasher. And then
So
I
they
would,
knew, then they knew who you were.
yeah, after I told them.
Yeah.
And then plus I had these fucking Chronic magazines. You know the Chronic magazines,
Yeah.
Chan. You know Chan?
so you could trade them.
Chan. Fucking, I had the fucking printouts from the internet, and I would show them like my tour on the trip we went to on Vancouver
Yeah.
with me and Chad Muska and Kareem and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So I had all that, and I took pictures with like with Rick, you know, Rick Howard, you know, a lot of people. So with that, they were like, and they still didn't know who these guys were. They were like, they just seen me on a board and knew that I was doing something, you know, had something to do with skateboarding. Yeah. And then some of them, like I bumped into this other white dude who had like the DVS logo. He had a world industry, you know, the world industry.
No way.
He had a girl fucking stamp on him. He had all kinds of different things like audio shoes and all kinds of shit. They called him Skater. A white dude named Skater, yeah. Honest to, that's serious shit. He's probably
Dude,
fucking.
a guy who's got an audio tattoo is definitely a skater, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
He's something.
And he used to give me the magazines. Towards the end, I started getting all these magazines. That's how I got to see Guy Mariano in Sweden.
Yeah.
I got to see him out there, and I was tripping out. Like I was, you know, I always, because I used to hang out real tough with Guy all the time, right before, you know,
absolutely.
and I didn't know he was going through his own shit too, you know.
Yeah.
Like just like I was. I mean, I did it before, and then by the time I got incarcerated, he was still out there doing his thing, and like the spiral was beginning, you know, and I didn't know that he had went through all that shit. So I was looking at it like I thought maybe, hey, this is guy and he's just been skating this whole time. I had no idea till like weeks ago that his ordeal would happen.
Really?
I didn't know nothing.
You just recently found out about
Just
that?
recently found out about it.
Did he keep that from you? Or?
No, he told me right away. Like
I mean, like, he never came and visited you while you were in there? Or?
No, well, nobody knew. Like, he had asked, right when he sobered up, he had asked about me.
Yeah.
And Joey, I guess, had looked for me. Joey and him. There's quite a few people that were looking.
No one could find you?
Excuse me. No, they couldn't find me because you know why? My baby mama. She changed the phone number. She went and gave Joey the phone number and gave it to Guy, I think. But, like, she changed it right away. And then that's it, like lost connection right there. There's no more tie to me, to these guys. And so the whole time I was in there, I never had a visit, and I never seen nobody, none of my family or friends, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
7 years?
And
That's
some
insane,
change,
man.
and some
Wow.
change, yeah.
That's great. And you straight to like the worst you can
Yeah,
do.
the fucking where the belly of shit.
Yeah.
Where all the shit is at.
Fuck.
It was pretty bad. You know, when I got in there, it was like something going on already. It was like a little war going on. So,
Really?
yeah, I had to just...
Yeah, like when you first went in there, like your first day or like whatever, like when you first like fucking just get that like full realization. Like,
Get off the bus?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
just
you're-
like, Jesus.
Is that just? I mean.
Yeah. Pretty much you're told, like, by the COs, you're told, like, all right, you Southsiders are going at it with the blacks and you know, and whites are going at it with the Northerners, Norteños, and they'll tell you straight up what's going on, so you know where to go and what to do. You guys are on site, you know. It's like they'll let you know. So when you get out, you have more or less an idea of what the fuck you're stepping into. They don't just let you go in blindsided or nothing. But
how do you like meet people when you go in there? Like, 'cause you go in there not knowing anybody.
okay, I'm gonna tell you how you do that.
Yeah.
You go with your race.
So you do
Go with your race. It's all segregated by race, and your color and all that shit plays part. So you would go with the whites, and I'd go with Southsiders, the Chicanos, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys like intermingle or like do you talk to each other? Or is
We
it-
talk, yeah. Everybody, you know, it's good to talk. Everybody to get along, cause they got people to do that though. They got people to do that kind of job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has their own.
Mediators?
Like, yeah, you would have your higher ups. I got my higher ups. And when you got a problem, I'll go to him, let him know, and and he'll go to your higher up, and they would talk it out, work the shit out, and then it breaks up and back. You know, that's how it is. So then, none of us, you know, they're the ones with the good heads on their shoulders. They go talk it out, and everything gets worked out for the rest of us. So there are voices to speak for
But
the
I mean,
whole
like-
yard. You know.
Like being like how you said like you met some people like there are people like giving you magazines and doing that. Like how do you meet other like is it just it's not,
because
there's no shit going on like
Well, no, look, like usually whites and Mexicans are really cool with each other. You know what I mean? So, I would go around and when we have day room or when we have yard, when you see somebody, I could go up. We all work out in this little section right here, like the Southern Mexicans work out right here, right? The Sureños, we all work out right here, and then there'll be the whites right there, and others, meaning the Asians and all the with Samoans or whatever. But then the blacks would be like over here, and Norteños over there, and then so everyone has their spot. And when yard comes out, you don't fuck with the other people's spot. You go to your own spot, and that's your bar work. You do your pull-ups. That's all for you to do. Or you know, you don't mess with the other people's shit unless they don't come out, and then you know, and even then you still don't. You just don't. You know, unless you're in a basketball court, we have a half court. They have one court, and we have another court, blacks and ours, and we don't ever play with each other and shit. No, you can't.
just a different world.
You could talk, chop it up, but no sharing, no, you know. Yeah.
That's great.
It is a different world. It's a totally different world. Cause me, being like who I skated for, like I was like real close to Kareem, Shiloh, fucking, people like, and I'm like, man, in here I can't even. There's no possible. If I were to see Kareem in the yard or Shiloh, I'd be like, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. You're over there, bro. All right. Good looking, homie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but like, it's that's how it is.
Because like where you got sent, there's like a lot of people in there have to be in. Is it like people that are in there for life? Like there's.
Yeah, my cellie was from Watts, and that dude had life. He had like 3 lives. And on top of 3 life sentences, he had like 122 years.
Yeah.
So
it's just like
I mean, it's ridiculous.
So it's like that's their world.
It's ridiculous time. That's their house.
Yeah.
That's their world. It's all of ours in it. While we're here, we're in it. But when it all boils down to, that's theirs.
Yeah.
They're the ones that got to be there forever until they die. Or whenever something comes up, an appeal, like a blessing from God or something. Something happens. But it's a far-fetched fantasy. I mean. It happens though, but it's just not reality,
Yeah. Fuck, man, it's so crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably, we've had so many guests on here, but I think Fabian's story by far is
Yeah, that's amazing.
the most
Legit.
legit.
Yeah.
Too legit, too quick.
I mean, there's like all these dudes in skateboarding that they want to be gangsters, they want to live that lifestyle. You've been through it.
Yeah,
Paid the consequences.
Yeah, but I ain't no gangster, man. I ain't no.
Well, no.
I don't try to portray myself that way. It's just me. I'm just being myself.
Right. But I mean, you've seen the consequences. It's just. I mean, your story's it's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, do you trip out now? When you look around, you see all these skate parks and like kids everywhere skateboarding, holding their boards and like.
Yeah. Starting off skating switch, like that's crazy.
Have you skated yet since you've been out?
Oh yeah.
Sure you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, when I first got out,
Yeah.
I called up and I called up Jerron. Jerron Wilson passed me the guy, and we exchanged conversation. We talked, got numbers, and then I think it was like the next day or a couple days later, we started hanging out.
Yeah.
And the first day he took me down to World, to Girl. Girl don't even exist. It's like dwindle now. He took me to Girl and he hooked me up with he hooked me up with a box.
Yeah.
Went and seen Rick Howard and Scott Johnson. We tried to go visit Tim Gavin. Guy's been looking out for me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been like my guardian, kind of keeping me right.
Positive influence.
Real positive influence.
Yeah.
He's kind of, keeps giving me these little things like I'm feeding off of Guy, because he's been through it too.
Yeah.
But like probably not the prison or nothing, but he's been through like once a drug addict, always a drug addict,
right.
and an alcoholic. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here and tell no bullshit story that I don't drink, because I do drink, but drinking was never my problem. I think it was the drugs, was my problem. And I have a few once in a while, like shit, I'm drinking right now. You know what I mean? I'll drink. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not no problematic person to be like, to where like I'll spiral out and go ape shit again and start fucking going off like. It's for Bush. It's for cushion. Yeah, big Bush.
Usually we only do a half hour than the news. We've already gone an hour. It seems like it's been 15 minutes.
No,
But
I've been getting texts about questions to ask Fabian.
the news is a segment. How about we'll do maybe 10 minutes of the news, and do you want to stick around and maybe take some calls?
Yeah.
And some texts and
Fuck yeah,
some questions from the chat room?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do Bush News right now.
Bush News.
We're going to give Fabian a little break.
All right.
I
will be
10-minute
back.
break, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Bush.
Bush. You gotta make it extra crispy tonight because you failed last week.
Dude, sit here with me, don't leave.
Oh, no, it's my break, too. I've been here an hour.
I was gonna tell
You want to sit down?
Sure.
Okay.
I was gonna tell you right now, like, don't even do it, because this is fucking.
Oh, no. It's your break.
Alright, well, shit.
I'm gonna take a leak.
Well, this is fucking awesome.
We're gonna get you in here.
Alright. Hey, guys.
How you doing, Bush?
Yeah, I'm doing good. This is pretty good, man.
It's been a pretty good episode. Got any news to make up for how good the episode is?
No.
And you failing last week?
No, I don't. No, actually, remember we talked about that Josh Freeberg thing? How he
Yeah.
was in that video. He actually won. Why don't you tell him? No, he won that 25,000 or whatever, and he said he's trying to restart 4-on-1. So
I'd like to see him start on video again.
Starting from one back up.
yeah, I don't know. I'd say if they did on video, that would almost be better than
On video was the shit, dude.
Yeah. Was he doing that though?
I thought he was. No.
I'm not sure. I saw his name Nisbet like went on video and like said something to him about it in like Long Beach back when they were like and he was
They're calling us the Army Jacket crew right now.
yeah. No, and he got like upset. He's all got mad. He's all, oh, that's not me. Like he worked on 4-on-1. He's all, those are like Napoleon complex people. Like, but I don't know if that's fucking Josh. But whatever.
Well, congratulations, man,
Yeah.
dude. Seriously, that's awesome.
Sweet. There's seriously fucking nothing this week. We talked about, or no, you talked about Daniel Espinosa. They announced him on Lakai.
Daniel Espinosa, young little ripper on Lakai.
On Lakai.
So I think they're going to be future bigger moves as well once you get on Lakai, right?
Yeah, there has to be something, I guess.
Yeah.
What is he on? Is he on any board?
Well, that's what I think that Lakai is going to lead him to. Something, you know,
I'm sure. I mean,
something that's kind of really good for dessert.
yeah, once. Yeah, probably. You know, that all works out.
He's a young ripper.
What, whalecock skateboard?
Whalecock's good for dessert. Is that what you eat for dessert, Boosh? A whalecock?
That was a joke. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But speaking of that, you know, Dave Carney started or not started, but he's doing a new board company thing.
Called whalecock?
No, not whalecock. It's like FOG.
That's what you
Skateboard.
stood for.
Fat old guy. But I saw like there's a couple other boards out. It's sick. Fat old guy skateboards. I don't know. What else?
Are some new additions to the mystery roster?
Yeah, we talked about that. Like when it happened.
I think 3 new additions. I only remember that kid from Salt Lake City, Sam Hubble,
Joe Pease, and
Joe Pease.
Tom Aston.
Well,
We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
did we? I didn't
Yeah.
know they were on then. No, you
should
knew
watch
it
the
was-
show.
I guess so.
Yeah, Kenny Anderson's on Converse.
Kenny,
That's awesome. They have
Kenny's
a bunch
the
of
shit,
new,
man.
They have a bunch of people on there now.
keeping Asian skateboarders looking cool.
Yeah, Perfect Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. None of this other shit even matters. It's all people.
Oh,
That suck.
here's some news.
Come on, Boosh.
There's some
I'm
news
serious.
right
You
now.
want to know what? You want to know what David Loy's new clothing sponsor is?
Why the fuck not?
What about Billy Valdez? He has a clothing brand.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Whatevs brand clothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What about
Nice.
fucking Diamond? Huh? What
Hell
about
yeah.
Big Diamond? What's up with that?
When you went in, it was just starting, and now they got to start. How trip is that to see?
Yeah, that's pretty
that kind of
fucking
stuff right now,
crazy.
dude.
Wow, they went from a boat to like.
Exactly. Went from driving Honda Accords to driving BMWs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's awesome.
Shit's nuts.
Crazy.
I got some news. Something's hitting the newsstands this week.
Oh, yeah, I
Here's
heard
a little
about
sneak
that.
peek. Go buy it. It's a good interview. I work pretty hard. He worked pretty hard. Go buy it. I'm just a little self-promotion, but I'm proud of this right here.
Yeah, for you.
2 covers on Transworld with less than a year. I think that's pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff in there.
Who, for who? You.
Asians on the rise.
Both.
Asians on the rise. Asians on the rise.
I'm trying to keep the Asians looking cool. So is Kenny. There's only like 5 of us in the industry.
No.
You. There's Yoon.
Can you name 5 Asians?
Siu. Yoon. What's your name? Mike. Fucking.
Daewon.
Luis Santos.
Yeah.
Daewon Song.
Jerry Sue.
Kui.
Kui.
We.
Jerry Sue. Have you seen?
Yeah.
Did you see his enjoy bag of suck parts?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh my, Jerry Sue. Yeah.
Jerry Sue.
You need to see that.
Related to Peggy Sue? No, maybe.
Is he? Maybe.
His mom's name's Sue.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
What else?
Oh.
All right. Nothing.
Jerron Wilson. He's on Royal. He's left Grind King.
Yeah, big news.
Yeah.
What happens in skateboarding during a week?
I got my watch stolen at the fucking, I got, not this watch, this is a replacement watch. I got my watch stolen at the, Jason Hernandez spot in
Really?
Rosemead. Yeah.
No way.
By a skater. Sad. Sad.
That's fucked
If I would've
up.
caught him,
Yeah,
it would've
go
been
there.
really sad for him. But no, a skater got a hold of my shit.
For real?
Put my watch down with me and Guy, put our stuff down. And Anthony Van Engelen.
Yeah.
We all put our stuff down, and I go back to, they're filming and I'm done, I'm like fucking, I'm just watching and I'm tired as fuck. I go and I look for my shit and my watch is missing. And ain't nothing but a bunch of skaters, like
Come
just
on,
regular.
man.
Come on, is that news
Yeah,
or what?
dude. Come
That's
on,
fucked up.
man.
Let's fucking kill this guy.
You go to a skate spot. Don't steal shit. Just fucking skate.
No.
Yeah,
Come
from
on,
skaters.
man.
You want a skater stealing from skaters? Come on. At least when I was stealing from regular people.
Yeah.
Not
Damn.
fucking skaters.
There's some people right now. Sorry to go back to the Asian thing. They're mad. They're mad because I didn't throw in some other names. Definitely Shimizu. Definitely the new.
Dude, there's so many Asians out there now.
Yeah, but
Fucking Daniel, isn't he Asian?
Daniel Castillo,
Yeah.
Danny Supa, fucking.
There's a lot of Asians.
There's a
know.
lot, but there's so few of us.
Eric Costa.
Eric Costa.
Eric
he's
Costa,
He's got
Sean Malto.
Okay.
All right, Asians are cool. I guess. Hey, Bush news tonight is Asians are cool in skateboard.
Yeah, that was my news right there.
There's got to be more news. Come on,
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
No one wants to hear any of this shit.
throw it.
Or except Lucian Clark. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Lucian, he's on Palace.
Yeah?
Wait, like the people who make that PWBC shit. Hell yeah, you're coming up.
Breaking in.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. No, he's on the Palace PWBC thing, which is pretty sick.
Oh, we can't forget about the Donger. He's one of the originators.
Donger.
Fuck, man.
Fuck. A skateboarder with a porn name. The Donger. Wow. Wish I had that name.
No, I
The
saw that dude
dog.
last week in San Diego. Yeah, I saw the 2 ponytails. I was like, oh shit.
That's the Donger.
What else? Oh, Fabian, did you hear Dino Perez is on 60-40 now?
Gino Perez?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. Wow.
shit's crazy.
Wow, shit is crazy. I want to get on 60-40 too. What's up? I want to get on something.
Yeah. Well, shit, that's it for real, dude.
That's it?
There's nothing
Make
else.
some shit up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather hear fucking some more shit, you and Bob.
Yeah.
People don't want to fucking hear me make shit up. Everyone knows I make shit up anyways. Nothing happens. There's an episode every week, and what happens in skateboarding in a week.
Hey Fabian, how do you think Bush would do in prison?
Bush. He'd be my friend.
You'd be hot commodity, dude.
Nah, he'd be cool.
I think you'd get a lot
They'd
of
probably
fucking
give him a nickname from Bush. He'd be like Red Bush. Yeah.
ginger spice.
Yeah. They'd probably call you Peppermint or something.
Damn.
You'd be something like Big Red Bush. I don't know. Something. They couldn't just call him Bush though. Something. It'd be something with orange or red in it. You'd be cool. They'll love you. The whites would love you. They'll love you. You'd be like their Viking.
So Bush, take this episode as a reminder not to end up in prison, please.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Because I
God
don't know.
damn it.
I think this would turn into that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. Thanks,
Dirty.
Wow. So this is fucking skate talks all scared straight.
I think that's good. That's a scared. This is a scared straight episode.
Scared straight talk. Scared straight skate talk live. We turned this into some prison shit, huh?
That is one
Damn.
of the best episodes ever.
Yeah, serious.
Period.
Serio pedo.
Serio pedo way?
Yeah, serio.
Órale, Holmes.
Well, we'll do about 15 more minutes of whoever wants to call in or text, or we'll take questions from the chat room.
Yeah.
If you guys want to ask a question in the chat room, we'll read that. And they're gonna call in too. But in the meantime, I have a quick question. Did you? I remember the Lockwood days. I want to hear some stories about those days. Did you guys ever jack any outsiders or anything, or
No.
was everybody welcome?
Everyone was welcome, pretty much. Everyone
Yeah.
was welcome, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a group of kids, like these group of gangsters is from La Mirada neighborhood. You know, it's La Mirada Locos. They used to stay right there. Well, they still are. I'm pretty sure they still are. I got a couple of uncles from there and an auntie from there. And they're like one of the original members of that gang.
Yeah.
And their little homies used to kick it at that school. So
So it was them making the trouble, not.
well,
Not
it
you
was
guys.
it was never us. It was
Yeah.
never us.
Yeah.
You know, we were just like everyone else when we started skating at school, because that school back in the day, before it got turned into a damn skate park,
Yeah.
you know, it was crazy to skate for us,
Yeah.
you know. But like, I think in reality, Paulo was the first one to skate there. Paulo Diaz, he was like the first one to go there, and like Billy, and then me and Joey, you know, we all used to go there.
Yeah. Then once it got in the videos, it just blew up.
I used to go there a long time ago, before the videos even hit there.
Yeah.
And there used to be like this crowd up on top. When we'd climb over the gate, and there'd be about 6 or 7 little fools right there with bald heads, smoking primos and like, you know what a primo is, right? I mean, Asian don't know primo. It's a primo. It's fucking weed with cocaine.
Oh, that's a Cocoa Puff.
No, Cocoa Puff is with tobacco and cocaine, crack. But you put crack in weed, that's a primo, Holmes. Get it straight, eh?
Straight home.
All right.
It's straight tonight.
Fucking chimo. And then look, and then it was crazy for us too. Like, you know, they would sweat us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would be like, you know, they would look at us all crazy.
Yeah.
So, but we went up there and we skated anyway. You know, we were young.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
young, and then I used to always tell them, "Hey, I got family from your neighborhood." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no problem. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
no problem. And then once they verified that, at first they were like, "Fuck that," you know, like.
Yeah.
Once they verified it and found out,
Yeah.
then they were like, "Oh, all right, what's up, dog? You know, what's happening, homie?
Yeah.
You want to smoke?" Shit like that, you know. But like at
Yeah.
first it was kind of crazy. But
I heard stories about people, or I forget where it was, like people that were gonna get jacked there, and I forget who they said they would talk to, but ask if like they were cool, like if the
Oh.
skaters they were with.
yeah,
Like,
well, look, Trip, it was like this. We'd get there on a weekend or on a week, like mostly on a weekend. It would be crowded, and then when they come over, they climb the gate and be on top. They would call one of us and be like, "Hey, who could we jack here?
Yeah.
Who could we come up? You know, we wanna go jack a camera so we could cluck it and get some dope so we could smoke, you know." And I'll be like, "Hey, all these guys right here, even if I didn't even know them, I'll be like, hey man, they're with us, you know, they're cool. So don't jack the chino and the white boy. Don't leave them alone. Leave them. They're cool, dog. You know."
Yeah.
And then they would be like, all right, cool. And you sure? And let us know. And they would be like, let us know who you want us to get. And then we'd be like, all right, I'll let you know, dog. I'll tell you. And if I ever ran into somebody who I had beef with, I'd
Let them know.
get that fool right there. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna turn my back. You go and get him. 'Cause, you know, if he sees me again, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, you saw him. You know, you saw him jacking me." And yeah, and I gotta hear that shit, and it smuts my name up. You know, make me look like a dick.
There's a lot of people asking in the chat room, do you have any Stephen Kell stories?
Any Stephen Callis stories?
Yeah. I know
Hell
before the
yeah.
show you're saying someone wrote in that he was trying to hook up with your sister.
Oh yeah, but yeah, look, no, hey, look, cause I used to live in an apartment with my girlfriend Lisa,
Yeah.
right? He used to stay over, and my sisters would come around, and when they would come and visit,
Yeah.
my sisters at that time were like, you know, they were like little hoochie mamas and shit, you know. They was like doing their thing out and like partying and shit, you know. So they were dressing like the way they dress, you know. They were young, and I guess Steven, you know, him being who he is, fucking snacks. He would like, you know, that's his nickname. Well, he would be all up, you know, trying to look at them, but I'd be like, hey, don't fuck with my sister, fool, you know. But I know he was trying. He had asked me, hey, who's that? That's your sister? She's cute. And I go, just shut the fuck up. Don't even just leave that alone already, man. Because you know you're gonna run into a wall with that one. Fuck that. Leave my sister out of it. Don't, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy though.
Have you talked to him lately?
Nah, I haven't talked to him. I had a chance to talk to him, but yeah, we didn't talk though.
Yeah.
No, I haven't spoke to him.
Let's see. Was Pepeki ghetto enough for City Stars, although he was from Bumble, Rhode Island?
You mean DJ Redbeard? Yeah. Nah, he wasn't. Straight up, he wasn't. But we loved him anyway. He wasn't. But yeah, he was cool.
Skatetalk.
Yeah, I just want to thank Fabian for sharing.
Okay. What's your name and where you calling from?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fabian.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
Thanks for fucking telling it like it is. And I mean, my God, dude, your story's so gnarly. No one ever knew what happened to you. You just kind of like heard that you went away, you know?
Yeah.
No one ever knew. And I mean, I don't know if you like, obviously, talking about that subject pretty fucking heavy, but do you mind if I ask you a question about it?
Nah, go ahead. What's up?
I was kind of